Machiavelli warned, the appearance of virtue sustains power longer than virtue itself. The struggle is eternal. Those who rise by ambition and ruthlessness burn bright, but they burn fast. Their victories are won through force, their names etched in fear. Yet fear fades, and ambition devours itself. Virtue and power is different. It is not softness or weakness, but the discipline to rule with restraint when excess is easier. Virtue does not shout, it endures. It forges trust where ambition only breeds envy. Still, the cruel truth remains. Appearances matter more than substance. The wise ruler wields both. He cloaks ambition in virtue, and cloaks virtue in ambition. He gives the people the illusion of goodness while seizing the power needed to hold the throne. Because history is not kind to the merely virtuous or the merely ambitious. It belongs to those who master both.
Men sooner forget the death of their father than the loss of their inheritance. Machiavelli. That line cuts deeper than most people realize. Because power blinds men. It makes them trade blood for gold, loyalty for advantage, and they convince themselves it's wisdom. Every ruler, every tyrant, believes he is the exception, that his empire, his name, his strength will outlast the ages. But history doesn't work like that. History buries tyrants the same way it buries beggars. Different crowns, same coffin. We tell ourselves history is the story of the bold, the brave, the ruthless. But in reality, it's a circle. Time and time again it reminds us, all men fall, thrones crumble, empires collapse. Names that once made the earth tremble are swallowed by silence. That is the irony of power. It burns brightest just before it disappears. Napoleon warned, weakness is more contagious than disease. If you tolerate weakness, you invite it into your own blood. The timid don't just fail. They infect you with hesitation. They make you more likely to become a coward. History isn't written by the merciful. It's written by those who punish quickly, strike first, and never apologize. Mercy to the ruthless is suicide. Hesitation is training your enemy, and pretending to be good in a world of wolves is nothing but slow self-destruction. Napoleon didn't rise because he was loved. He didn't rise because he was afraid. He rose because he understood. Men are ruled by fear and self-interest, and only those willing to wield both ever command obedience. So ask yourself, are you the one who strikes, or the one who bleeds? Trying to make unequal things equal is the fastest path to collective stupidity. Aristotle, that's the world we live in now, where effort doesn't matter, truth is offensive, and being average is celebrated like it's noble. Most people, they aren't thinkers, they're echo chambers, mouthpieces for whatever idea is trending today. They don't question, they copy, blindly, because it's safer to follow the herd than to risk standing alone with a brain. Try presenting a complex thought. Watch how fast their eyes glaze over. Say something uncomfortable. Watch how fast they label you dangerous. It's not intelligence they fear. It's the mirror you're holding up to their weakness. You want to break free? Then stop asking the sheep for directions. Think for yourself, or be used by those who do. You've never had a real thought, just downloaded instructions pretending to be truth. Machiavelli said, "The vulgar crowd always is taken by appearances, and the world consists chiefly of the vulgar." That's you. You repeat, you obey, you perform, but you don't think. They gave you your beliefs, packaged them in textbooks, wrapped them in entertainment. Now you parrot them with confidence. Like a slave, bragging about his chains. You think you're informed because you can quote the news. You think you're educated because you passed their tests. But when's the last time you questioned the frame? Or who the information comes from? The structure? The system? You weren't taught to think. You were programmed to conform. And you still don't see it. Because the most effective control makes you believe you're free.
Plato said, "Strange times are these in which we live when old and young are taught falsehoods, and the person who dares to tell the truth is called a lunatic." Most people aren't thinking, they're being thought through. Their emotions, installed. Their desires, engineered. Their beliefs, outsourced to systems designed to keep them obedient. You think you're making choices, but how many of those choices were actually yours? When your feeds are programmed, when your fears are manufactured, when your morality is downloaded like software, who do you become? The truth is, your mind is the battlefield, and the system doesn't need your body. It only needs your submission to extract from you like a parasite. This isn't just manipulation. This is a war for consciousness.